Check. All right, I think we're live. I mean, what better way to do it than coming off of a disastrous stream with the internet? But I think it was still fun. I mean, I still had a good time with UCF Jaguar, and we got to talk about the Jags and free agents. And I kind of wanted to do a show tonight, anyways, so it kind of worked out. So regardless of the fact that if it's going to be with that channel or this channel, I knew I wanted to do a show when the free agency came in. You know, I wanted to do a show last night, and then it turned out that that the Jags didn't make any moves yesterday. So after they made some moves today, I was like, what better time than to do a Jags video? We got some people in the chat already. Thank you, Zach Becker. You've been saying I've been missed. Thank you. C. Breacher, first one in. You're the best. Kev B, hell yeah. Dude, look, I took some time off. I was straight with y'all. I took some time off, and I'm good. I'm good now. Took some time off. I had to get some work stuff straight. But dude, I never went anywhere. You think I was ever out of touch with the Jags? Come on, guys. You know me better than that. But, you know, we're going to do our film breakdowns, and I wanted to do film breakdowns, and I'll tell you the same thing that we always say on our show. If the show gets shut down by YouTube midway through, I'm sorry, but we're committed to it. We're committed to the film breakdown, and I have my NFL Network account up here, and hopefully we can see some plays. I have all of the good players typed in that we just signed with their highlights, so we're going to be able to see not even highlights, just plays that they were involved in. You can search NFL Network plays they were involved. That's how I watch film on guys. I just type in their name, and I watch every single play of the season that they were credited to. If there's a game they popped off, I'll go and watch like the condensed version of it so I can watch some film. So that's what I like to do. I've been watching film all day today, and I was super excited about it. So I'm pretty pumped about looking at some of these guys. Brian Bradley said free agency was very underrated so far. Yeah, I agree. I think Marvin Jones was huge. I don't think people are giving him enough credit. I mean, the dude is a beast. He's, I think, a huge playmaker for this team. He's really going to come in and do some good things. And I know people are kind of skeptical because Galladay was the name coming out of Detroit. But, I mean, I watched a lot of Detroit football. I actually had Galladay and Marvin Jones on my fantasy team because I've had Marvin Jones on my team for the last, 3 years. The dude always pops off. C. Reacher says, make your webcam smaller. All right, C. Reacher. All right, let me see what I can do here. I don't want y'all. I don't care about y'all seeing me, to be honest. All right. So this is Tyson Alualu. This is going to be just, I think, a tackle for a loss. I'm going off of memory here. I can't remember. I didn't really organize these plays in any specific way. But, I mean, Alualu is going to give you – oh, apparently we're just going to skip forward. Oh, yeah, see, he's going to make the play. He's going to come lateral on the line of scrimmage. That's what you want. I mean, when you bring in a guy like Alualu, you bring in this depth at the defensive line position. You want someone that can give you help along the run. And I think don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure Tyson Alualu was like a PFF all-second team. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he graded out really good last year. The dude's a beast. I mean, you're gonna see him here. One thing that you evaluating defensive linemen, what you want to do when they're playing the run is them not being pushed backwards and then being able to move laterally while engaged in a block. And Tyson Alualu is going to do that here. Fights through traffic. I mean, he's getting blocked. He's keeping his outside shoulder free, which is literally what you teach defensive linemen. And he's going to get his arms on the running back. And that's exactly what you want out of it. And it just blows my mind. I told this story earlier, when the Jags I told the story on UCF Jaguars channel. When the Jags drafted him, I was pretty sure that he was going to be a bust because I had never heard of the guy. I'd never heard of him, and if no one ever gets drafted that I haven't heard of in the top 20, first round. I mean, think about it. Think about it. When's the last time a player was drafted in the first round of the NFL draft and you had no idea who the player was? You heard the name and you were like, I have no clue who this guy is. That was literally what I was doing with Tyson Alualu when he drafted him. I went to a draft party. Everybody wanted who was the safety? Some safety was coming out that year. Gosh, man, I can't remember who it was. But some safety was coming out that everyone wanted. Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas was coming out that year. Everybody and their brother wanted the Jags to take Earl Thomas. He was a beast, and he was a playmaker, and they take Tyson Alualu. everyone was pretty bummed. But look, what comes around goes around, and that's it. Oh, Josu Rivera, my man with the solid internet connection, used to tell UCF to use some of his donations to up his speed. Well, look, to be fair, internet's expensive. And I know he put his money into his computer, and his stream looks good. His stream looks good, man. There's a reason why he's got 10K subscribers. All right, so his donations are going to a good cause. But Josu, I hope I'm saying that right. I love you. You're the man. I appreciate the donation. Gavin Baker says, first day, special teams. Second day, defensive mostly. Third day, trade for Zach Ertz and sign Trent Williams. That would be a huge splash. I don't expect that to happen, but that would be an absolutely huge splash. Are we going to see Alualu defeat a blocker again? All right. Look at my guy just shedding blocks like he was born to do it, all right? He's going to be lined up. Look, the Jags are moving to this 3-4 front. People get so over concerned with the front. Look, I mean, look what the Steelers are in, man. They're in like I don't know if you would call this a bear front probably because they got two guys lined up on the outside shoulder of the center, which is definitely going to – I mean, it's 3rd and 6. Like this – as someone who knows, like, can kind of look at a defense and immediately assess what's happening is this too small for y'all? This is too small. This would drive me crazy if I was watching it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to get shut down by YouTube, but you know what? Honestly, at the end of the day, like, you know, what comes around goes around, I guess. All right, so, I mean, you don't run this type of front on 3rd and 6. Like, you just don't. They're straight manned across the board. They have one safety back here. They're cover 1 on 3rd and 6. Like, maybe the game's over. Okay, I should have looked at that. The game's over. They're going to run the ball. So at least – so they do know the run's coming. So I guess we kind of have to give them that. But Alulu's going to defeat the block. He's going to throw off this guy. I hope that's not Zeitler now, thank God, because that would have been embarrassing. But throws off and makes a tackle on Nick Chubb. I like Alulu's game. I've probably talked more trash about Tyson Alualu than any Jags fan ever. I've been watching the Jags since he was drafted. But look, he is what he is, and he's reinvigorated his career. It's someone that I've loved to watch. It's been pretty ironic to see him do the things that he's done, and you know what? Good for him for sure. I'm going to try to catch up on these comments here. DJ M says, hey, Jason, do you think Urban is trying to focus on defense this free agency and focus on offense in the draft? I think that's a very good point, honestly. I would take it a step further, and people aren't going to like this, and I know it, and I'm sorry, but I don't think that he's focusing on the difference makers this year. Obviously, you have Trevor Lawrence, and obviously whoever you take at 25 and 33 is – all right, I'm getting a little copyright warning here, guys. So we're going to talk here for a little bit, just us, okay, just us. So look, I know it's not sexy, but dude, there's so many free agents available next year in 2022's free agency class, and there's no expectations on Urban Meyer to win this year. If Urban Meyer wins you 6 games this year, like that's a huge upgrade. That's a massive win increase. And you still like people are like happy with you, like a 6-win team. If they win 6 games next year and Trevor Lawrence looks good, and you're sitting around there and you're watching the Jags and they're in games and they're losing at the last minute, and you can tell the youth is holding them back. They look at it and then they're like, okay, let's add some stars now. Let's bring in some guys that got franchise tagged last year. Allen Robinson. Let's bring in a guy who has been playing on the franchise tag and is now looking for a big deal. Trevor Lawrence has had a year under his belt. And let's go out and get some free agents that are really going to make a difference. I think that's the realistic scenario of why they didn't make a huge splash. If Marvin Jones and Shaq Griffin are their biggest splash this year, Jags fans are going to be pretty upset. I mean, if I'm going to do a video grading the free agents, and people would probably give that grade D or C, to just be honest, compared to like what the Patriots did, compared to the Jets, teams that had cap room with the moves that they made. But I think we're thinking too small, and I think Urban is thinking big picture. He knows he has time, and the guys that are – I mean, just think of all the guys this year that you wanted that got franchise tagged. I mean, whether they're DNs, whether they're receivers, those guys are going to be available. They're going to be available next year, and you're going to be able to get those guys that, you know, could really help your team. Trevor Lawrence is going to be in a better situation So, yeah, shout out to that. C. Richard says Taven Bryant. I think he's talking about the last time he didn't know a guy in the first round. And, I follow the Gators, so I knew who Taven Bryant was. Gator Chomp says, hello. How do you feel about Jihad Ward? The name is pretty unusual, but, I don't think anyone cares about his name. Has history with Joe Cullen. I wouldn't mind watching a couple plays by him. I don't want to get copy striked, but, what are they going to do? They're not going to. They can't kill me, right, boys? They can't kill me. They can shut my channel down, but they definitely can't kill me. All right, here's a play here. Let's see what happens. Let's see how long they'll let us do this, boys. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Hey, look, y'all wanted to see it, not me, okay? So let's see what we got here. All right, I'll bring myself here a little bit just so y'all can see my emotion here. All right, my boy Jihad Ward. Let's see where he's lined up. I honestly have no clue, and that's pathetic on my end here. Okay, so he's lined up on the end. Okay, all right, so he's a stand-up end. Okay, I'm cool with this, right? So he's standing up here. This is your front that everyone wants to see us run. We call it like the odd man front with your stand-up backers here. They have 2 down linemen. They're lined up, looks like in the 3 technique and the 1 shade here. Then they have their 2 stand-up ends. This is going to be Jihad Ward right here. 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. This is your nickel package. I like this 2-4-5. I like this defense here, Baltimore. Joe Cullen. I like this, Joe Cullen. We're going to see a little edge rush here. Let's see if he has any pressure. See if he has any issue here. It looks like he's going against the tight end. Okay, he gets his hands on him. So there you go. Keeps his outside shoulder free. That's what they teach. Doing that is good. Sheds the blocks. Looks like a designed screen, but my boy Jihad is not going to allow that to happen. And not only is he going to bat the ball, he's going to bat it back into Tannehill's hands, who then proceeds to do the dumbest thing that quarterbacks could ever do, is to catch their own batted pass and lose 10 yards. I like that. Let's see his energy after the snap. Decent dance. Just more excitement than dance. He wears the hood here. I like that. I like hood. I know that you asked me what I think. That's what I think, honestly. So it looks like he could be a good player. Jesus is King, $5 donation. Oh, dude, thank you for streaming. Are you kidding me, dude? I love doing this. This is like what I live for. My huge battle at my real job is not working on this, and I try not to, but I end up just watching film a lot of times, so for sure. Gator Chomp, is Zach Ertz still on the board? Yeah, I've seen all kind of rumors happen with Zach Ertz. There's no telling what's actually happening and what's not. Micah Erickson, glad to see you're back. JT, thought YouTube put you in YouTube jail. Micah, I almost got put in actual jail after our little snafu on the live stream with Mike, but fortunately you were there to kind of keep us straight. Micah is what we call our morality guru, so we appreciate that. Micah, always the best. Zach Becker, maybe we take Travis Etienne with one of our picks and get that receiving back. I'm glad that you heard my rant on receiving backs, because if you didn't know, I'm a huge receiving backs guy. I was pumped about Chris Thompson. Hated that didn't work out. And I will preface this with saying that I do think that James Robinson has the ability to be a receiving back. I got really lucky. I was flying up to Illinois to see my girlfriend's family, and actually was like sitting next to James Robinson's cousin on the plane. And he played at ISU, Bloomington, Illinois. Beautiful stadium down there, by the way. But when you really watch what he did up there, he was a guy that has always done what he's been asked to do. Similarly to Fournette. Remember, everyone said Fournette was not a receiving back, and then all of a sudden Tampa starts throwing him the ball, and all of a sudden he's a receiving. Like, oh yeah. Sometimes receivers do what they're asked to do. And although I am big on a receiving back coming in and kind of helping this team, I think James Robinson can be that. I think Carlos Hyde can come in and run between the tackles and kind of give him that spell. I don't think that Urban was lying in his press conference when he said that they like James Robinson and that they're going to ride him. So not as concerned as people think, but I am concerned about depth, and I'm always a depth guy. Gator Chomp gives the free agent class a C+. Okay, that's actually pretty generous, if you ask me. Nick Piot says LOL. I'm assuming you're laughing at a joke I made. I'm pretty good on the spot. It's a joke. Junior Jags Press says, welcome back, Jason. Junior Jags, welcome. You know, I always love your stuff. Jason Ortiz, favorite moves so far, including re-signs. Easy, Jason Ortiz. This is super, super easy. The second I saw Marvin Jones Jr. signed, I was ecstatic. I love his game. Let's see what we can do. Like, my warning went away, so I might be able to get away with a little bit of some Marvin Jones Jr. Video here. Oh, man. Where is it? I can't find it. So, look, this is what happens. This is what happens when you don't, when you're not prepared. That's okay, boys. We'll figure it out one of these days. We'll just search him up here. We'll do it the old-fashioned way here. When you look through his like highlight film of the season, it's like all touchdowns. look. Week 17, touchdown. Okay, cool. All right, let's see here. What else we got here? Week 17, another touchdown. Replay, official, reviewed, completion, touchdown. Week 16, couple good passes here. Week 15, touchdown, 2-yard pass here. Wait, we're not done with this week, are we? Yes, we are. Okay, moving in again. Like, it doesn't take you long to find touchdown passes for this guy. I actually made a little video here of all the touchdowns here. Another touchdown here. Let's watch this one. I think this one was pretty good. I think this was an over-the-shoulder corner route, if I believe. Oh, yeah, on the Bears. I believe this is our corner route. Let's see. Hopefully YouTube doesn't shut us down, but you know what? They can't stop us. Right? What do we always say? They can't kill us? They can't kill us. All right, come on, Marvin. All right, I think he works out of the slot here. No, he's just lined up tight on the outside. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, that's what you want right there. This is what he does. Like, I know this isn't like super like overwhelming. Like this play isn't gonna like blow anyone's socks off. But like, this is what he does week in and week out. Like, I just kind of want to see it one more time just so we can go to like the next touchdown and you can see that like all this guy does is score touchdowns. Line up on the outside here. This is gonna be some. I mean, this is cover 2 shell. I mean, you run a vertical like this on a cover 2 shell. That's good. I mean, obviously it's going to be a good throw from Stafford. You know, I can't give all the credit to Marvin when it's bailout coverage like this is, but he's going to run right into the, little fake corner. I mean, that's it. I mean, I know that doesn't look super complicated, but that's like literally the stuff that he does, and that's why he does these things is he scores touchdowns literally constantly. What's good? Bradley Williams. Dude, Brad, what is good? Dude, it's good to see you again. C. Breacher says, where is Moon? I don't know, dude. Hit him up. DJ M says, Jason, if the Jags somehow win a Super Bowl this season, will you grow out your hair like Trevor's for us? Yes. I'll do you one better, DJ M. If Trevor Lawrence wins Rookie of the Year, I will grow my hair out to the length that it is at right now. I'll match his hair. We don't have the same type of hair, but I don't have the flowing locks. Mine's more, I know you can't tell, but I'm more of a curly, wavy type of hair guy. C. Breacher, I'm so curious on what you said that day. Talking about Alualu, probably. Yeah. Man, when I was a fan in my like teen years, I had no clue what I was doing here. All right. The Malcolm Brown trade, what the Jags give up. I don't think it's come out yet. I could be wrong. You know, I've been on Twitter all day. I haven't seen anything come out. It doesn't mean it hasn't. It just means I haven't seen it. How do you feel about double dipping at tight end in the draft, getting Baby Gronk and Jordan? I'll be completely honest with you guys, and I kind of said this on UCF Jaguars channel. I have no idea what Urban Meyer's doing. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't know. Like I'm not sure. Like I try to look at coaches' tendencies and things that they've done, but Urban has done so many different things at so many different places. Like think about the quarterbacks he's won with. Like think about this. Like Alex Smith, Tim Tebow, Cardell Jones. Like were his most successful college teams that are quarterbacks at 3 different teams, and they're all completely different quarterbacks. Like none of them do anything the same. Even the team that he won a championship with in 06 at Florida and the team he won a championship in 08 in Florida with were completely different teams and built completely different ways. Defense was predominant in it, but the run game wasn't heavy. Then he goes to Ohio State in 2014, and of course he has Ezekiel Elliott, but he rides Ezekiel Elliott to a championship where he runs the ball and scores and runs like I think Ezekiel had 4 touchdowns in that game. So there's no tendencies. So I'm reluctant to tell you guys what I think he'll do at tight end. I don't know. I'll look like an idiot because I'm going to be wrong. His options are just to get some blocking guys and just not use the tight end. He could go spread 5 wide and just use like a receiving tight end you draft maybe in the 4th round. he could bring in a bunch of tight ends and run like 3 tight end sets the way that a lot of these Jags offensive coordinators have done the last couple of years. There's no telling. And I can't wait to watch them this year because there's nothing we can look at. There's no film of Urban Meyer besides from when he was at Ohio State, and was pretty long ago. And I'm hesitant to use that as tendencies, only because he's shown no consistency in his past film. I mean, I'm telling you guys know no one watches more film than me, and I'm telling you I have no clue what Urban Meyer is going to do. We'll see. We'll see. The draft will be very telling for a lot of people. Sorry, I know that was a rant, and I missed a lot of comments, but I need a sip anyways. I'm sitting here yelling at you guys. All right. If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. Just retype it, and I'll get to it. Do you think he'll be able to take all the pressure off of DJ Chark? Talking about, I'm assuming, Marvin Jones. Yeah, I do. Because if you honestly, I think this is the reason why Galladay was so good, is because he was able to have a Marvin Jones type player on the team where, like, yeah, there's not like one specific skill set that you can point to that like Marvin Jones like is like elite at, besides obviously scoring touchdowns. But defensive coordinators know when guys are good at scoring touchdowns, and they'll double cover them. They'll bracket them. They'll do things like that. And I apologize for the constant changing of the screen sizes. I got a new computer, and that's the real reason why I haven't been doing these, is because to do these live streams, you have to do a bunch of setup for like these like streaming apps and things like that. And I got a new computer. I actually upgraded, thankfully. And I just didn't want to set up all this stuff. So I haven't yet set up the screens where they go between film and me talking. So I do apologize, but you know, again, I'm just now getting back into it after 2 weeks. But I do want to see this touchdown here. 1st and 10, Lions down by 8. So the game's still within reach. You know, down in distance, score, that's all important. End of the game, you know they're going to go deep. And this is going to be a good play here from Marvin Jones. I like to look at what the defense is in. So Minnesota is going to come out, and this is a little standard 4-man front right here, right? If this guy was, you know, he's lined up nose, so I don't know what they're playing here, but it looks like they're playing 3 linebackers, 4 defensive linemen, and their corners are playing hard edges here. Marvin Jones is just going to blow past the defense. Again, Matt Stafford's going to throw the ball a lot, drop a dime in. I mean, this takes body control. This takes balance. This takes focus. This takes good hands. Like, everything he shows on this play, the ability to lounge and pose in the end zone, everything that he shows on this play is what makes a receiver dangerous. He's lined up in stack, okay? So, first of all, like, lining up in the front of the stack is a tall task to ask. Like, to be able to line up in the stack in the front like this, your coach has to believe that you can beat a press coverage, a jam, right? If you can't beat a jam, if you can't get off the line of scrimmage, then this defensive player is going to – I'm looking at the wrong screen. This defensive player is going to press here. So I like this. This is respect both ways, trust from the coach, line up in the front. Golly, that explosiveness off the line of scrimmage is just insane. All right, I mean – gets rerouted to the outside. I mean, the linebacker does his job. The safety here, this looks like, is this Harrison right here? He's got a good read on what's happening, but, I mean, he looks like a freaking long snapper here with no gloves on. He's just going to get beat on the post route. I mean, that's a dime, but look, to come back, I mean, he's running a post route, and the dude's going to come back, make a play on the ball, and we see this happen, like, from elite receivers, and we take for granted how hard this is. This is a hard play to make. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Like, I'm huge. So to answer the question that started this, do I think he's going to take pressure off of DJ Chark? Absolutely. No doubt in my mind that it's going to take pressure off of DJ Chark, and I think it's going to be great for the whole offense, to be honest with you. I think it's going to open up for Laviska Shenault. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, again, I got to – oh, man, it's Reese, dude. Come – look, dude, I'm sitting here worrying about getting copy striked by YouTube, and they're sending me a bunch of warnings, and it's Reese is out here dropping bombs on us, dude. Reese, I got to say thank you, my guy. $15 for the homie Jags United. Thanks for what you do, bro. Your volume is low. Oh, dude, well, let me see. Again, this is – I apologize. I'm going to be doing like all kind of – streams now. I usually do streams like every other day. I'll see. I mean, I don't know. Is it better? I mean, it's cranked. Is there? I can turn it up, but I can turn it up. I just don't want it to get like staticky. I know this mic, these podcaster mics are tough. I mean, I turned it up. You can tell me this is better or not. Hopefully it is. But it's Reese. Like, seriously, dude. Thank you. Been here since the beginning. You guys are awesome. I love it for sure. Wouldn't want to do anything else. What's up, C? He's talking. Moon Illusions is talking. Moon, welcome, Moon. Welcome. I appreciate that. Micah says, I thought we were going to get faster. Is Curtis Samuel still available? Why haven't we gone for more speed on offense? Well, that's a fair point. And I think if you look at just the offense, that's fair. But you have to remember that we got faster like everywhere. The defensive linemen we brought in, fast guys. I mean, Josh Agnew, fast dude, right? I mean, everyone that we brought in is just like a speed dude. Shaq Griffin, super fast. Marvin Jones, fast. Rayshawn Jenkins. I like Rayshawn Jenkins. I don't think we've talked enough about Rayshawn Jenkins. All right. I got to bring up Rayshawn Jenkins here. I got to wait for okay, there we go. My YouTube warning is gone. Dude, you guys don't even know how I'm just playing with YouTube's warnings right now. Like, you have no clue. All right, let's look up our boy Rayshawn. Oh, wow, that's probably not spelled right here. Let's try his last name. There we go, Rayshawn. That's what I get for spelling it wrong. Look at me, dude. I'm illiterate, so I didn't even go to school. All right, let's see what we got here. That's a big play. Injured, tackle for 4 yards, penalty, intercepted. Oh, here we go. All right, it's an interception. Look at this, boys. This is why they pay me the big bucks. All right, check this out. YouTube, see what you can do. See if they'll catch me this time. I don't think they can. Again, remember, I'll fix the screens for the next stream when I have some time to actually do this. All right, Rayshawn Jenkins is going to play in safety. I like Rayshawn Jenkins is like swag. The dude is swagged out, like swag you, like 100%. The way he comes out of the tunnel, beautiful. Let's see here. Matt Ryan. Oh, he drops that shoulder deep. Oh, dude, don't try to throw a bomb up on my boy Rayshawn like that. Like, it takes all of us. Look at this. They didn't even say it in the back of the end zone, man. Like, come on. Like, that's not going to work here. All right, let's take a look. I don't know if he's in the screen here. I think he's playing deep free safety. Oh, look at this. Look at this arm angle, Matt Ryan. Going for the end zone. Oh, look at this, dude. Backing up like a center fielder catching a fly ball right here. Makes a play. Look, you want a guy that can make a play on the jump ball like that. Like we've lacked that for a long time. Like whenever they've gone deep on us, as a fan, it's always like, oh no, we're about to we're about to give up a huge a play. But he's gonna make a play here. It's gonna be good. Hopefully he'll show us another angle here. It's just like I like his energy. I like what he brings to the team. Like he's gonna bring a new mentality, and I know that gets kind of overplayed sometimes with people. But I really like what he does. Oh, look at this. Look at this low back pedal. Opens up his hips. Finds the football in the air. Makes a great play. Dude, Rayshawn, let's go, dude. Oh, yeah. And through contact? Oh, yeah. Nice try, Calvin Ridley. You thought you could play defense. But look, I'm pumped on a guy like that. I was struggling in UCF Jaguars stream to remember Gerard Wilson's name. I was sitting here like blanking like I've never watched the Jags before. But Gerard Wilson, does he lose his starting spot here? And I think there's a chance that he might, unfortunately. Look, I think that the Jags are happy with what they have in their secondary. I know people want to bring in a nickelback, but dude, Sidney Jones, I mean, he's a decent player. I mean, he's going to be your third defensive back. And Sidney Jones is a guy who was a starter. So now that's what we wanted. We wanted the Jags to bring in players that would bump the guys that were good down to depth. And that's what Shaq Griffin's going to do. And that's what Sidney Jones is going to be. That's what Gerard Wilson's going to be. And that's what we want. Because now when a player gets hurt, you're not putting in a guy like Andrew Wingard. You're putting in a guy like Gerard Wilson. And that is the difference between teams that win and teams that lose. And I know that may be oversimplified, but that's just what I think. All right, let me try to get caught up on the comments here. 46 concurrent viewers, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. You guys are the jam. It's Reese says it's all good, bro. He's probably talking about someone that called him out in the chat, but come on, Reese. I know you got him. Reese will forgive. I don't know what he's talking about, but I know he forgives. Gator Chomp, do you think Urban will have more in-depth scouting because of the recruiting background and Ryan Stamper playing a huge part in the draft? Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think Urban is probably way further along than a lot of people in scouting. You look at a guy like Bill Belichick. I know I always bring him up, but like his dad literally wrote the book on scouting. Like, I'm not saying like what is it, the anecdote. I'm not saying the expression. I'm saying like he literally wrote a book, Steve Belichick, how to scout players. So Belichick's done well with it. I think you see these college coaches. Look at the way that Pete Carroll brings in guys. He brings in, both the Griffin brothers. Those guys weren't projected to be amazing players, and then now look at them. So, yeah, I think it does give you an example. It does give you an advantage, absolutely. Josh Agnew does it all, says Chef Florida Boy. I hope so, dude. I sure hope so. It's Reese says, I love what they did today. Me too. C. Breacher says, yeah, watch some Agnew kick returns. All right, dude, fine. If you're going to freaking get me going on Josh Agnew. But you know what? To be fair, I am not going to Jamal Agnew, saying his name wrong. I'm not going to bring up a touchdown. Oh, y'all want to see a fumble? Let's watch a fumble. I know. It doesn't fit your narrative, but we got to be fair, dude. We can't just show it all without showing it all. Oh no. That's not even forced. Oh gosh. That's okay. You know what? We forgive. Just like UCF Jaguars internet went out, and we'll forgive that. All right, let's watch it go. And that's not fair. That's not fair to my boy Jamal Agnew. Let's see what else he's got here. Penalty, 4 yards, 13 yards, 31 yards. All right, let's look at this one's. I mean, I'm scrolling, man. I'm trying to find something here, guys. And I'm not, I'm not trying to air anybody out at all, but I don't see a lot of. I mean, I could look up his highlights, but I thought we said we weren't going to do that. Okay, hey, here's a route. Okay, it's incomplete. I'm not hating on this guy, guys. I promise I'm not hating on this guy. But at least now we can kind of see what he does. Like, oh, man. Oh, no, boys. Oh, no. All right, hold on. All right. Oh, okay. He wanted the call here. All right. He wants the call. This is our boy Jamal Agnew getting played in the offensive rotation at the top of your screen. They're going to put him in motion. I like this. This is the little tight formation here with two 11 personnel, one running back, one tight end, twins to the right. Looks like they're going to run some sort of motion mesh concept. This linebacker is going to have none of it. And that's the problem when you're 5, what is he, 10? When you're 5'10", linebackers just hit you like that. I apologize. This does not fit the narrative very well, but I gotta be honest with you. He's a kick returner, and it'd be unfortunate for me to get shut down by YouTube because I'm watching a receiver who can get open on a mesh. All right, DJM, Jason, are you on the Alex Smith train or are you sticking with Minshew magic? DJM, I really don't care. No slight to either guy. I think Urban will do what he thinks is best, and I really don't care. Like, I barely care about the receiving back. Like, I think we need one, but I just don't think that it's going to move the needle. And for me, this year is about moving the needle. Now, come talk to me in 2022 when we're like contending. We're like in the power rankings. We're up there toward the top. Then honestly, I'm a little more concerned about the backup quarterback. I'm not going to lie to you. I care more then. If there's a chance the guy's going to have to come in and that's going to affect our seeding or that's going to affect the chance of us being a wild card versus division winner, then I really do care about the backup quarterback. But this year, like it doesn't really matter because 6 wins, 7 wins, 8 wins, 9 wins. If 9 wins happens, it's a miracle. It doesn't matter because this team isn't a team that's making a run this year. It's a team that's making a run in 2022, 2023, 2024. That's our window. So that's when the backup quarterback's honestly more important, in my opinion. It's Reese says, I want to see Agnew highlights as well. Okay, we saw them. It's Reese. I'll do it again. I'll do a stream this week or tomorrow or the next day, and we'll watch full ones. And I'll have it set up to where I can bounce in and out of the highlights better. This is a terrible representation of what we usually do around here. So if you're new to the channel, this is your first time watching us break down film, it is never like this. I didn't even change the name of the live show. That's just what we do. So come back. I promise that it'll be a little bit better. Okay. Kev B says he has like 40 career offensive yards. Yeah. I mean, unless you hand him like an end around, I can't see him really getting the ball. I mean, you saw how the Bears just played him as a receiver. They just destroyed him coming across the middle. It's Reese says, please don't get shut down. Doing good so far. I would have liked to have a veteran quarterback on the roster. They probably will. I mean, at some point, bring a guy in, even if it's a camp guy. I'm leaning toward Leatherwood or Morig at 25. Yeah, if Leatherwood's there, I mean, I'm all about upgrading the offensive line. That's where I think we should have spent money and draft picks because I'm a big offensive line guy. I'm a big defensive line guy. I think we did it good on the D-line, but O-line, I'm not as big on the O-line as you guys are. You guys seem to be fine. I don't mean to generalize you. I know there's people out there that agree with me, but like I'm not cool with the O-line. I don't think the O-line's very good. They did a good job running the ball last year. Okay, James Robinson had a good season stat-wise, but I talked about on UCF Jaguars channel, the Jaguars had the most passing plays, like percentage-wise, of their offensive plays. So like not the most like total, but they were up there. But as far as like the percentage of their offensive plays, the Jaguars were number one. Number one. And what do you remember them as? A team that run blocks. So that's a sign that your offensive line isn't that good. We need help on the offensive line. I don't really like Cam Robinson. I'm glad Norwell restructured. I've seen a bunch of stuff on Twitter that's saying Norwell was like really good. It's funny how the narrative of Norwell has taken this amazing arc from bust to, he wasn't really that bad last year to, what, Norwell was pretty good last year. Okay, let me set the record straight. Norwell was average last year, okay? He was good at times, and he was bad at times. But in no way would I ever say that Andrew Norwell was a good player for us. And if he wouldn't have restructured, he would have seen the door because he was not good at all. Linder is injured. I know Rodney Hudson's available. I've seen some stuff about moving Linder to right guard and bringing in Hudson at center. Maybe that's not a bad idea, honestly. Seriously. AJ Can / Ben Barch / T-Shat 69. That whoever's that right guard, like that's the huge weak spot, in my opinion. Right tackle. Look, I watch every Gator game. I watch every Florida State game. I was huge on Juwan Taylor coming out of college, but what he showed last year was pathetic. The dude can't kick step at the snap. The hard count throws him off, or a defender like running into the backfield. Like, when did that start happening? I don't know if the game was too big for him, but look, rookies, the adjustment from the NFL from college is huge for offensive linemen. I think it's the biggest adjustment of any position in the NFL outside of quarterback. So I'm willing to give Juwan Taylor a pass, but I'm saying all this to say in no way do I think that our offensive line was good last year. And I'm sorry if you don't agree, but Minshew was running for his life. Oh, no, Minshew, like, what's this narrative that Minshew saw pressure, felt pressure that wasn't there, and took off too early? Maybe sometimes, but for the most part, if you're really honest with yourself and you ask yourself and you remember back to the games, it wasn't that he was running prematurely. It was that he had a dude running straight at him, and he had to bail. And I know we had injuries, but that's the end of my rant. It's my end of my offensive line rant. Let's get to your comments and maybe some more film here if we're lucky. I say we pull the trigger. This is Cass Shoots. I say we pull the trigger and move up to get Kyle Pitts. We got the draft capital. I really think Kyle Pitts ends up going like 5 or 4. Hawkinson, he went 7 or 8. Kyle Pitts is probably twice as good as T.J. Hawkinson. I promise you. He's going to go – there's no way we draft up. I don't think anyone will give that up. Like, I wouldn't give that up. Like, move back to 25 and pick up a early first round. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather have Kyle Pitts. But, you know, you want to package in the player and deeper picks, and then now we're kind of getting into some serious draft capital, if you ask me. Chef Florida Boy says the O-line isn't as bad as you think, and that's what Manhurts is for. Okay. And that's fair, and that's what most people tell me. So you're not in the minority. I don't know, man. I can't shake it. Bradley Williams, what about Keanu Neal at safety? Well, you know, the Gator in me likes Keanu Neal. I like his playing style, but I don't think we're gonna make any more moves at safety. I think we're good. I think with Rayshawn back there, I think we're fine. And I think that kind of gives us what we needed back there. That kind of gives us that guy. But I don't know. I mean, Urban Meyer has always had good safeties. So maybe you're right. Maybe he does go out and get a guy like that. Moon Illusions is responding to Cass about trading up for Pitts. And he says, shooters, that would take so much capital to move into the top 10. And I agree, Moon Illusions. I think we're on the same page there. Brett E., do you know how much cap we have left after today? I don't, because I don't think they've totally come out with all of the numbers as far as the contracts for all of the people. Moon Illusion says around $40 million. But yeah, I mean, that capital's shrinking fast, but we get a lot of money off the books next year. Everyone that we signed, I mean, we didn't sign anyone long-term. I mean, even like our biggest deals with Shaq Griffin and Marvin Jones, we can get out of literally next year for like a pretty small cap casualty. So I think we're okay as far as cap for the foreseeable future. I really think Urban's going to try to build this team, and when you build a team, you do it through the draft. So that's what I think he's going to try to do, and you have the draft picks to do it for sure. Sold on Twos says, if we don't trade the 25th pick, I think we should draft Morik. Yeah, I think a lot of people are big on him. Yeah. Hey, look, the team's going to get better with that pick. It doesn't matter where the position comes from. The team actually got worse at tight end, says Ben Hone. I have this gut feeling that the Urban Meyer's not going to run tight ends. He's going to run like 5 wide receivers. He's going to have the running back in motion, and it's going to be super spread out, and it's not going to matter. Do you see us doing much tomorrow in free agency, says Millions? Well, I mean, there's a couple guys out there that I know people want. But look, when you look at what they did, they got better at corner. They got better at D-line. They got better at receiver. Those were like my huge positions kind of that I was kind of worried about. O-line, I think they addressed in the draft. I like the Leatherwood pick there at 25, or any array of offensive linemen. I know a lot of people are projecting there to be a run of tackles and quarterbacks. And I know a lot of people are actually rooting for that. Like a run of tackles and quarterbacks actually helps the Jags, because if they don't want to go that direction, especially quarterbacks, if they're getting one, then they have the pick of the litter. They get Morigs. They get the receivers that everyone wants. But I have a gut feeling that they're done at those positions. Linebacker, I would like to see a little bit of improvement at linebacker, because I think there is going to be situations when they're going to want to run 3 linebackers, and we have 2. Was it Shaquem Griffin might be coming over? He's a pretty undersized linebacker, and I don't really want to roll out like 3 undersized linebackers. So, I don't know. That's what I think. Cass Shoot says, good players fall in the draft all the time, says Miles Jack, DK Metcalf. You're right, Cass. And that's why I'm kind of a fan of not trading that pick, and I want to kind of keep it. Charlie Boy always wanted to donate. Thank you, Charlie Boy. I appreciate that. What do you think about getting Alex Smith as backup to Trevor Lawrence? Well, Charlie Boy, I appreciate the donations. I know you're always in the chat. You're always watching. You're subscribed. Dude, you guys are awesome. Like, I love doing this. This is, like, so much fun. I missed it. I think I was gone for, like, 2.5 weeks. Missed it, dude. Missed it. But I appreciate it. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, if Alex Smith, I could see him being, like, a quarterback's coach in 2022, if I'm being honest with you. Quarterback's coach, works for Urban. That's probably going to be where he's at. Sea Reacher, hey, do you watch your film? If you're talking about my actual videos, then sometimes if I have time, I definitely do. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do. Yeah, I like to see. I like to analyze. Like, how it looks and things like that. It's what I do, dude. I'm a film guy, dude. I am. It's Reese. I see us making some good moves tomorrow in free agency, depending on how much cap room we have left. Yeah, for sure. If they keep stacking these deals that are like, 1-2 year guaranteed, 5-10 million, go crazy, dude. I don't care. J.R. Gordon says, nah, this blocking tight end from Carolina is good. Okay, J.R. I hope you're right. I also hope that you are that guy. I mean, you're standing up for him, and I appreciate that. Is it Clay Manhurts? Is that who you're talking about? All right, y'all want to see some Clay Manhurts stuff? I do too. All right. The good thing about Manhurts is his name will probably come up pretty Chris Manhurts. Dude, what is up with me and first names, dude? I can't get first names for junk here. 11 yards. Let's see it. Let's see it, Manhurts. Okay, all right. Y'all ready to be blown away? I know you are. My guy about to blow your mind right here. All right. You guys calling him a blocking tight end. He's about to show you what's up right here. Okay. Manhurts, let's see where he's at. Okay, this looks like him in motion. Oh, dude, look at this. Look at that. Oh, that PA boot? That's straight out of Urban Meyer's playbook right here, okay? Look, he's going to be here. Oh, I'm just blocking. Don't mind me on the line of scrimmage. I'm pretty non-threatening player. I'm coming down. I'm even showing block at the snap. I'm coming to down block this DN. This linebacker reads his keys and sees that the down blocks are going to take him to the ball here. Corner keeps his eyes here. Oh, I don't know who had backside responsibility. I don't know if it was this DN, which I assume it probably wasn't, or if it was this outside backer / safety. It probably was. But my guy did not read his tight end correctly. Oh, he gets jabbed in the face there. He's going to disengage from the block. Oh, dude. All day, dude. Teddy B's got to be a fool not to make this throw. Let's see if he makes a play here. Oh, yeah. That's how you get an extra yard after it. Let's watch it one more time. YouTube, don't do it to me. I know you want to. I know you want to shut me down, but oh, yeah, what a move. All right, so look, that's what you got, dude. That's what you got. You guys wanted, hey, let's do it. I'll roll with it. Look, I've been saying this since day one, since the day that we got Urban. I said, in Urban, I trust, dude. In Urban, I trust. You want him to do it. You want him to take the keys to the kingdom. You want to bring in a blocking tight end. You want to bring back Ben Koyak. You want to run 3 tight ends and throw it deep to Marvin Jones. I'm cool, dude. I will give Urban a year to do whatever he wants without any criticism. I will give him that. I promise. To be honest, around week 8, I'm a little hasty. Junior Jags Press says Edges, Clowney, or Justin Houston for 1-year deal. I mean, I don't see any drawback into bringing in talent at a 1-year deal, but that seems like the type of move that you make when you're contending. And no offense, I just don't think the Jags think they're contending right now. I think they're trying to improve. And when they contend, those type of things will happen. And you'll have guys like Clowney or Houston or whoever it is in 2022 that want to take a 1-year deal to come play here to try to win. And then I think that's when you more see those things happen rather than where they're at right now. C. Breacher, how do you watch it? What do you use? Oh, how do I watch it? I thought you were asking about my own personal preferences on how I evaluate myself. No, I watch NFL Rewind. So I pay for the NFL Rewind. I think it's like $100 a year. And I can go back and watch any game. And you can watch the end zone film, which I love to do. As you can see, you can search a player's name, and it brings up all the plays they were involved in. I think that subscription actually goes till August, I think. So I have till August, so I got to renew that, which I do not want to do. I used to pay for PFF, dude. Dude, I was a Twitter boss, dude. When I was dropping NFL Rewind film and I was dropping PFF numbers, oh, dude. But I gave up on PFF because no one seems to respect it anymore besides me. DJM says, so is Telvin Smith coming back to the NFL? No, he is not. He is not. And quite frankly, I'm fine with that. Go mess with whatever you're doing somewhere else. Moon Illusions. Yeah, the tight end from Carolina is is the best blocking tight end in the league. Wow, I might need to see a PFF number to agree with that. It's Reese says, forget Telvin. Moon Illusion says, no pass catching, though. Moon, did you not see that 11-yard stamper? Come on, man. Chef Florida Boy, they calling him the best blocking tight end. Okay, all right. So this guy's good. All right, one of the few tight ends in the league who can block primary edge rushers solo. Okay. Dude, hey. And again, that goes back to kind of what I was saying about Urban. Dude, if my guy can look at that and be like, all right, this guy's the best blocking tight end in the league, like I am totally cool for that, for sure. Duval J, what about Rodney Hudson? Could we? We could. I mean, didn't he have injury? Wasn't he injured last year? I mean, I don't know the extent of Rodney Hudson. Like, I don't know what his problems were. I think he was injured last year. If he was, I don't know if we need an older injured center. If he wasn't, and it was just a fluke thing, then yeah, dude, move Linder over to guard. I mean, put Hudson there. I mean, now we're talking. Why are the Jags fans acting surprised we didn't get the big names yet? When have we ever? I mean, we've tried, Florida boy. We've tried for the Julius Thomas, Calais Campbell. We paid Calais Campbell $16.5 million a year. He was the best defensive lineman in the league. I mean, that was going after a player like that. Malik Jackson, that was huge. AJ Boye, dude, they've gotten some big names. They don't always pan out, but that's not the question, I think. Moon Illusions, there's some $1 a month Patreon film cut-up thing you can pay for. Oh, all right. Well, check that out. Cash Shoots, you think we can still get Leonard Williams? I think, is that what they did? They tagged him? No, I thought they extended him. I think they extended him to a 3-year deal. Could be wrong, but I think they extended him. It's Reese says, I wish Van Hoy wouldn't ask for too much money. I like how he can be moved around. Yeah, well, we'll see. You know, I think the narrative of D linemen that are versatile is kind of overdone. Like, I used to be all obsessed with D linemen that were versatile, that could play the 5 technique, that could play the 3 technique, that could move out to the edge. I used to love D linemen that could move around, but nowadays every D lineman can move around. Like, if you can't move around, you have very limited value. You look at a guy like Tyson Alualu, who played really, really well last year. Like, I was telling you guys, he was like a PFF all-second team defensive lineman. Like, legit. Because he can only play that really inside position, he only got like $4 million a year. I know he's a little bit older, but like a guy with his production would have demanded more money if he had the ability to kind of move around more than he can. So, got to be able to move around nowadays. Leonard Williams, Kev B says, just got a 3-year deal with New York. I mean, there's another. I mean, look, think about how New York fans are feeling right now. New York fans, like, they did nothing. Like, I know the Giants brought in like John Ross, and they re-signed Leonard Williams. I mean, I guess that's a good move. I mean, I think let me look here real quick. I know the Jets made a move. I don't think it was necessarily like earth-shattering. Corey Davis from the Titans. I mean, I was happy to see Corey Davis go out of Tennessee, but not a huge signing, not a huge splash. I mean, Carl Lawson, and that another guy I think they got. I mean, if you're a Jets fan or a Giants fan, then the only team that's really happy about what they did is the Patriots, if you think about it. No one else is like jumping up and down about this free agent class, and I honestly think this was a weak free agency class, but I think 2022 is strong, so that's how it goes. Edgardo Silva says, Herb smashed this free agency. Mid-level good plus players and solidified our defense. I say we trade up to get Pitts or Tony in the draft. Go Jags 904. Duval. All right. Dude, I like that, dude. Edgardo just comes in here and just drops it on us, dude. I love it. Look, you think he crushed it? I think he crushed it too, to be honest with you. I think he's got a plan to kill it in the draft as well. In Urban, I trust. Let's go. Duval J says Hudson was out due to COVID protocol. Okay. Well, I can't hold that against him then. Therese does not want Kyle Pitts, apparently, or just thinks we're not going to get him. He's a good player, he says, but he doesn't want to give up too much. You're going to have to give up so much, dude. He's so good. He's so good. Like, you're going to have to give up so much. With the 33rd pick, should we draft the tight end out of Penn State? Like Fairmouth or whatever? Yeah, solid on twos. No, I don't think so. I'm not big on tight ends unless they're elite. You look over the history of the last 3 or 4 years, you can count on one hand tight ends that are worth drafting in the first round or paying top dollar to. Literally, you can count them on one hand. You talk about the Ertz in his prime. You talk about the Kelsey. I mean, I know there's like 5 out there. Waller, Jared Cook had a good year. I mean, you can name them here and there. Gronk, right? But outside of those guys, I mean, every team is trying to find that guy, and no one has one. There's on one hand in the last 3 or 4 years, the quality tight ends that are worth that. So that's just how I feel, and that's what I think coaches are kind of looking at nowadays. Austin says, dude, you literally skipped all my questions. Austin, dude, that's my bad, dude. I apologize, man. I'm usually good at them. I pride myself on hitting all the questions. But, you know, I will personally apologize to you, Austin, because in no way was I intentionally trying to skip your questions. I'm sure they were great. I try to say if I miss them just to redo it. I'm my bad, dude. I'm my bad. Tony P, someone name an edge free agent that's better than Clowney. That's not – I mean, Carlos Dunlap. I would take Carlos Dunlap over Clowney. I would. I mean, I was just watching Shaq Griffin's film, and I just kept being like, holy crap, dude, Carlos Dunlap is still really good. Like, he's out there. Edgardo says, I hope so, dude. Another nasty wide receiver would be Primo. Yeah. It's Reese. I don't care for Urban nor Baalke, but he did a pretty good job on day 2. Okay. That's completely fair, and I can't hold that against you. Moon Illusion says, Austin, you haven't posted a single question. See Reacher, Austin. Look, let's take it easy. I like Austin. There's something in me that I just like Austin. Something about him is genuine. I think it was the emoji. It hit me hard. All right, look, guys, I think that's it for me tonight. I'm like sweating in here, dude. Thank you, guys. Dude, what a great night, dude. I'm in here sweating. That's awesome, dude. We appreciate you guys always. I'm going to be doing more shows. I mean, especially if y'all going to be donating $30, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I'll be on here every night, dude. So I appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you to all the donations, all you guys that are in here. Make sure to subscribe, all that stuff, because I do live shows randomly. If I'm not on with UCF Jaguar, I'm doing live shows randomly. We didn't get canceled by YouTube, so I think that's a thumbs up for tonight, and I think we did great. We're on Twitter, @Jaguars_United. Again, you guys are awesome. Absolutely love you guys. Make sure to check into the next shows. And as always, as we